this video, we are going to talk about recession. This is Miss Doctor and I'm back with another video. Unfortunately, we have to talk about recession because at the moment we are going through one, and I'm a big advocate of doing research before we start panicking to just see what is it that we can do. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what is it that we can do in times of recession to improve our life, to go through this recession like a winner, if possible. So that's what we're going to talk about, and I'm going to have 5 tips for you. And of course, if you have any other tips or anything that you could add to this list, please do not hesitate to comment below with it, because if it helps you and I've left it out of the list, I'm pretty sure that it's going to help other people as well. Right, so 5 tips. Keep our job. As common sense it may sound, we really need to try our absolute best to keep our job, and one of the best ways to do that is to work extra hours to basically increase our buying power in the times when money is actually has less buying power. So in order to not having to reduce the quality of our lives, we need to increase the hours that we work. We need to upskill. If you are able to do some kind of qualification quickly that would upskill you, that would give you a higher salary, then by all means you have to do that. You have to try your absolute best. If you are not able to do that, then try and do more hours. Try and show your boss that you are dedicated, you are there, you are somebody that they can rely on. So in times of job loss, it hopefully is not going to be you that they will think about first. So try to do more work and try to upskill. That's my first tip. The second tip is try to build a fully funded emergency fund. And I know that this is just something that you might have heard in so many videos related to this topic, but yes, in times of recession, absolutely we need to have the peace of mind, and the way we can have a peace of mind is to have an emergency fund, just to know that anything happens, there is a little money there for absolute emergencies, for times when there isn't another option. Of course, you can try your absolute best to build up at least 6 months, 12 months worth of your salary emergency fund, but if you are not able to do that, 1 month is a lot more than 0 months, okay? So just try and build up some kind of emergency fund for the times when you and your family are in need. The third tip is review and reassess your budget. This is the time to cut back. I know that you try to escape from the reality and, I don't know, go to cinema or just enjoy that Netflix series and things like that. But if there is any chance to cut back on other channels maybe that you don't use that much, or subscriptions that maybe you don't really actually take advantage of, you know, gym memberships and things like that, just really have a look at your budget. Really go through your bank account and just see that what is it that you don't really use. I'm not trying to tell you to deprive yourself. I'm not trying to tell you to live an absolute miserable life and deprive yourself of everything that ever given you any kind of joy. All I'm saying is review and reassess your budget. You might find a few things in your budget. You might find a few things on your bank account that if you cut back on, you don't really even feel it. Time to budget and time to create a budget that is doable, that you can work with long term, and actually stick to it. So that is my third tip. Tip number 4 is pay off your debt. High interest credit cards and loans, personal loans, and anything high interest credits and loans and anything like that is bad. Whether it's recession or not, you should never get these kind of things. I know it's so easy sometimes, you know, like when you're trying to check out on a website and just like click on buy now and pay later, or buy in 3-6 months installment and things like that. Don't do it. You're gonna pay a lot more back, and you might think like, oh, okay, come on, it's like 10%, 20% extra, and you can enjoy it now and things. I've heard people say, you know, all these kind of things. I've heard people how they convince themselves to get these kind of deals, but believe me, it adds up. If you get your couch on finance, if you get your house on a really high interest mortgage, you get your car on finance, you get everything on finance, it will add up. And you always need to look at annually how much is it that you would save if you paid it off straight away at once. And of course, there is a possibility that you wouldn't purchase other things so often and so quickly. But just have another think about it and things like that. So try and not get into debt at the first place. But if you do have high interest debt, this is the time to get rid of it. Just try and put it in the debt. Put it in the debt. Do not pay high interest on your debt. This is the time to pay off your debt. This is the time to get your finances sorted. And tip number 5 is to stay calm and invest. What do I mean by that? So I don't just mean stocks and shares and now you have to dive in and put your life saving on some kind of share that you know nothing about. That's not what I'm saying. This is the time to invest either in yourself, as I said earlier, upskill, something that has a good ROI, return on investment. So you might be able to invest in a qualification that will give you better salary, or you can invest in a business. So if you had a business idea and this is a great time to invest in business, because a lot of people are not going to do that. I mean, you might look a bit out of place when you do that, but trust me, this is the time to invest in a business and just turn that money around. And of course, if you feel like you understand the shares, you understand investment, by all means, you know, stocks and shares are really down in recession. They are down and they are basically on sale. So what do you do when your favorite items, when your favorite brand does a sale? You buy in bulk. And you know that when the prices are going back up, which always happens, by the way, if you look at things in a long term, the stocks and shares are on sale right now. So this is a time to buy them, keep them for the long term, just like you would buy mini houses. And you don't just buy a house and you sell it a year later. You buy a house and you hold it for, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. That's how you buy shares as well. You buy it and then you hold it, and you can benefit from the capital gain. You can benefit from the share to increase in value, and eventually when you're ready to do so and when the market allows it, you can sell it and cash in on that profit. So these are my 5 tips for times of recession. I really hope it helped you. Tell me what you think. Whether you have any other tips, tell me if you disagree, if you agree with my tips. But either way, just give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up to get that algorithm moving on YouTube. And if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe and check back for another video. See you later. Bye.